Now, spokesperson for the former president, John Dramani Mahama, Joyce Mogtari, says an NDC government will abolish the double-track system in senior high schools within its first 2 years in office. The double-track policy has been criticized heavily by stakeholders in the education sector, who insist it compromises quality of education at the senior high school level. The opposition party promised in its manifesto that it would abolish the system when voted into power. Speaking on Prime Morning on Joy Prime TV, Mrs. Mogtari said this will happen in 2 years.
The first 2 years, certainly, we would have rolled out a very comprehensive blueprint that enables us to totally stem. And of course, for some of the schools where infrastructure is not a challenge, where populations are not too large, why not? And certainly building more schools will mean then that we are able to even reduce numbers and encourage more children to go to school at the same time. There is a good reason why Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah left us with the school model that we had. It is a product that has brought us all here. I believe that our children deserve even all of that and more.
On corruption, the former deputy minister said a new administration would codify a set of rules on conflict of interest to prevent its occurrence.
No time faulted Siraj for doing his work. He had no issues with the work that was done. The question is whether or not everybody at the presidency was conversant with rules regarding gifts. And I told you, even I myself at the time had never averted my mind to it. But I had actually later on found out, because of the ruling from Siraj, that there was a certain policy in place. It is the reason why we are promising in our 2020 manifesto that there will now be specific guidelines for public office holders. Those guidelines will reflect clearly all of these things that imagine, for example, declaration of assets. It is a matter of public policy that anybody within a certain public office situation must declare their assets. But how often do you see people doing so? And who gets punished for not doing so? You understand?
Well, it's because it's done under certain circumstances.
No, but in some circumstances, look, there is also some sort of political chicanery that goes in some of these things. Sometimes we'll turn a blind eye because maybe it's not in our interest. Other times we'll turn a blind eye because it's not something that we want to do. But I think President Mahama's commitment is that he will continue to strengthen governance. And one of the key planks of strengthening governance is that we must find ways to deal with corruption.
Joyce Mogtari there, she speaks for former President John Dramani Mahama.